Good morning. Okay, this is going to be a little bit different. I did the spread, sorry, this double page spread quite some time ago, actually. And it's not your normal way of scrapbooking because it's about the people and, you know, people that have moved on, either passed away or they're not in your life anymore. You can do it any which way you would like. But regardless, I found important to celebrate our not so happy memories too, because in the end, it's like life is about the good and the bad. We take them both hand in hand, and life goes on. This is, how we do things. This is how we cope. This is how we deal with our memories and our feelings and our sorrow. So I thought it important to show you also the not so happy part of scrapbooking. Although in the end, I'm sure it will be regardless because of the celebration of life. That is the idea, obviously. Anyway, so this is, as you can see, let's see if we can stay in frame this time. Okay, we're not too bad. If I do it any higher, I won't be able to see the timer on my phone. So we'll do it this way and I'll show you up close. Anyway, um, as I said, it's a double page spread. It is, I used cardstock in behind and then coordinating papers for the front. I have sewn along three edges, the two sides and the bottom, and then I've created these longer pockets where you can tuck. I did the same thing on this side. I still did around the edges because you don't want any of this stuff falling out. So I just wanted it to be a place where you can tuck things away. You can keep this private for yourself. You can share it with others if you want to. I find myself, the older I get, the more I forget about dates and the people and when they passed away. Unfortunately, that comes with the territory of getting older. Lucky me. But, I find too, the older I get, the more funerals you go to. So I want to be able to remember, um, because, in your time of grief, you don't remember a lot of the details. So this is my way of sort of keeping track of things. I do have to fill these out because I haven't done that yet. Now I do collect a lot of the funeral little pamphlets that you get from the funeral home and things like that. And if there's newspaper clippings, by all means, you can put those in here too. There's some very large pockets, and this very top one, it is glued shut on mine, but if you wanted to keep it open and tuck everything in there, you totally can. Or you can put it in somewhere else inside the scrapbook. That's okay too. I have quite a stock of it myself, but I want to be able to write out on the cards, the important dates and what the person meant to me and things like that. So when my children look at this later on in life, they'll see, the important people that were around and what they meant to other people. I mean, there's only so much conversation one person can have with their children, and then they don't remember things either, so it's nice to be able to have some kind of written record of when and how and what kind of life you had with them. um Not all relationships are going to be positive, which is fine, and if you don't want to document those, by all means, then leave those out. That's okay too. I'm sure we all have a few that we'd rather not say, but at the same time, you could document it and let your children know as to, what reason, for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. Like I said, it can be a very private thing or it can be a very public thing. But regardless, I sewed the pages together. I did the big long pockets. You could do an entire album of this. So if you had a smaller album, like an 8x8 or a 6x6, you can totally do it that way too. And then you can have a double page spread for each person, or you can do an album per person if that's what you wanted to do, which is totally, fine. It would have more of an impact, I think. But this was more of an exercise in learning to let go of my grief. So that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, saying I miss you and then writing down the things that I miss about the person, was important to me. So what I've done is I've taken the cue cards, and the one on the front I've just basically turned into like a title page, and I've just taken a brad and or a split pin, whatever you want to call it, and just decorated the front a bit, and then I've just kept a few of them together so that you can, you know, write on their journal. You could do whatever. You could put pictures on it if you wanted to. You could, you know, write whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. But I find grieving this way for me has been very cathartic, and it suits me because I can reminisce and think about these things. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit different. I get that, you know, but I think, like I said earlier, celebrating, you know, the happy times and the not so happy times, even though the funeral may not seem like a happy time. Afterwards, you know, once you've done the grieving and done the hard work of letting go, this will kind of bring them back in a certain way, and it'll allow you to think fondly, I think. That's the hope. In many cases, that's the hope, is to be fond of all the memories that you've shared. So, yeah, like I said, it's a little bit different video, but it is important to be able to grieve however long, however much you need to. And I think this could be part of the process too. And that, you know, even though, oh, I haven't been to a funeral in a little while. The last funeral we had, it was a little while, but we, 1 year we had like 4 or 5 funerals, and that was a tough one. That was not easy. And I think that's where this came into play, because that was a lot to absorb in 1 year. So yeah, like I said, you know, celebrate, grieve when you have to, and then think fondly, and hopefully the good memories will return and things will get better. It'll feel lighter, and well, that's the hope anyway. And if not, well, then that's okay too. No, we all grieve in our own way, and you can do it very privately, you can do it very publicly, or you can do it creatively. Either way, they all work. So there's no right or wrong way to grieve. So I hope this helps. And like I said, you know, um, it's a celebration. So happy colors, maybe the favorite color of the person who passed away. I don't know. Maybe a place that they were fond of. You can make it as personal as you like. But this is as generally overviewed as I wanted to do for my spread. But, you know, to each their own. So yeah, there are no time limits on grieving those we love. So anyway, I know this is a very somber post. Sorry about that. It really is not meant to be that somber. I really wanted it to be a celebration of, you know, those who have gone before us. So I just wanted to show you that, you know, you can celebrate that too. So in a creative way, like I said. All right, I'll see you in the next post, guys. Bye.